The first point to remember is their likes and dislikes. I've just been down to the woman, and we're still in the starting area of here, and I've managed to get myself a complete breakfast. Hey, awesome! I love this stuff. He happens to love the complete breakfast. I got the fried breakfast for the community centre. I've not actually looked at this yet. I don't feel the need to at this moment in time, but that's the first thing to remember. Obviously, with all these people, you've got to get their likes and their dislikes. Alex, let's start his story. He is the grandson of Evelyn and George, who adores a complete breakfast, as I've just shown. His birthday falls on summer 13, when you get bonus, obviously, for giving him gifts. But fear not, if you are working the Alex route, he does like eggs as well, so he's generally good with eggs, other than void eggs. The local sports fair is the cream of the crop, and it's a little bit awkward, as you'll see. But let's move on to when I finally get around to his first heart event, because you can't do this, no matter even if you do get up to the 4 hearts, before the start of summer. Interestingly, if you do miss the cutscenes, you can actually go back and see. So I've seen the 4-star, now I'm up to the 2-star. Hi. It's Bareth, right? I'm just enjoying this great weather, Bareth. Hey, go long. Nice try. I'm going to be the first professional gridball player from Stardew Valley, there's no doubt in my mind. I already led my school's team to the regional playoffs, now I'm just training and getting stronger so I can claim my spot in the rosters of the Zuzu City Tunnelers. You just wait. I believe in you. True story. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in all of you. I think he said thank you at that point. I should read it. Oh, should we go say hello? That's a good boy, Dusty. You might be the only one around here who understands me. No one else has seen the kind of stuff you and I have. Arif, did you overhear me talking? Yes. Not really, why? Oh, I was talking to Dusty. He and I have a lot in common, actually. I don't usually like to talk about it, but we've been friends for a while now, and I think I can trust you. Have you ever wondered why I live with my grandparents? My father wasn't a good guy. Well, he ruined everything for me and my mum. Half the time he was gone, the other half he'd be drinking all night and tell me I'm worthless. That I'd never amount to anything. I think he resented me for being young, bitter because he'd wasted his youth doing nothing, and had gotten nowhere in life. Well, that's my take on it anyway. Who knows what was going on in his mind. One day he left, and soon after that Mum got sick and passed away. I had no choice but to move in with my grandparents. You know what? There's no sense dwelling on this stuff. I don't want any sympathy anymore. You have to look on the positive side of things. My childhood wasn't great, but it did make me strong. I had to be. Yeah, let me show you what Dusty will do for a barbecued steak. Look at him slobbering. I think he might like steak as much as I do. Sigh. Oh, hi, Bareth. Look at all these books, I haven't read a single one. Just the thought of cracking one open makes me nervous. But anyway, he talks about cracking one open, completely different to Shane. But you can't make a decent living in this world without a brain. I'm worthless. That's correct, do I say? That's crazy, you're a genius. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, that sums you up. I guess you're right. But we all have our strengths and weaknesses, I agree with that. Well, I'm not going to give up. If I work hard, I can do anything. Hey, maybe one day we'll have dinner and discuss philosophy. That's what you smart people talk about. Weird laughing face. Hey, you look like you're getting into some good shape this summer. Oof. So what have we learned so far? I've just gone and checked the trader. He's a little bit of somebody who enjoys the sports. Oh yeah, that's Shane's favourite. But he's also somebody who is generally quite down to earth. He lives with his family. These last few these last few clips, he's not really open that much, other than the fact he thinks himself as a failure because he's probably not a sports player, which is kind of an interesting take to have on it. He's really easy to level up, though. He's really, really easy to level up, and he's a really good level up. Now we're going to pop in and... Oh. Oh, hey. Just doing my daily strength training routine. Sorry, I have no shirt on. Barrett, I've been meaning to talk to you about something. I've started to realise that, well, I've been really rude towards you in the past, you know, about going pro and all that. I guess I might not actually be cut out for the professional sports. Maybe it was just a childish dream, you know? Anyway, I want to apologise to you for bragging and being annoying about it. I appreciate that you stayed friends with me through all that. That just looks wrong. Oh, the reason why we are actually coming here, give him his egg and talk to him. Sorry, my room is so messy. There we go. That's the reason why we came up here. So in that cutscene, as we listen to the annoying rain, and we'll get out of the way of the door so we can actually leave. It's probably not going to leave it wet. In that cutscene, it's showing that he's growing a lot and like kind of accepting, not expecting, that his goals are going to be changing, his life's changing. It feels a lot shallower than the other stories at this time, in my opinion. He spoke a little bit about his dad being abusive. He spoke a little bit about losing his mum. He spoke a little bit about a few other things, and to me, it doesn't feel like it's a very Stardew storyline. It feels very flat. I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of the first storylines they writ, because it just doesn't hit the heights of your Shanes, for example. Even Abigail's has a bigger point to it than this. I'm hoping this has a really big, good finish. I'm not 100% sure it will. We'll see, though, in the coming up areas. So we're up to the 8 heart event. Sniff! Oh, Barrath, you saw me crying. It was today, 12 years ago, that my mum died. I still remember her well. She'd make salted radish, sandwiches for lunch and tossed the grid ball with me in the backyard. She took good care of me and I was too young to really say thanks. Now she's gone forever. This is the only keepsake I have left. Her secret music box. So, what are you thinking right now, Bareth? On your mother's memory by always doing your best. You shouldn't dwell in the past. I'll always be here for you. If you get lonely, get over it. Life is hard for everyone. I'm gonna go for I'll always be here for you. If you get lonely. Thanks, Bareth. You're different than the other guys. More sensitive. I'm glad. Well, there's no sense sitting around snivelling. Let's head back to town. Bareth? Don't tell anyone I was crying, okay? That's just me. Hey! And obviously, I'm going to be doing some time travel-y stuff in a moment, but you give him the bouquet. I'll accept this, thank you. You don't really get much of a reply from him. Oh well, time to do some time traveling. Well, not really time traveling, just going to bed repeatedly. But let's see how it goes. That's when we get him to 10 stars. So basically, 2 more stars. And then we should be awaiting a letter. I think everyone sends you a letter, but 2 more stars, and then we'll see that. Will it be? Yes! It is! We'll do that this evening then. Will this finally be the letter? No. Will it be? No. Now I've grown to hate this beach farm, but will this be the letter? So I could say a lot about this story and a lot about how it's worked, and they have done a very good job with the story, as they've done with all. But it's less hard hitting, it's not as interesting. I think that's the biggest issue here. I wanted a really good story for Alex. Thanks, Gus. That was great. This is nice. I've never dined in here before. Anyway, I reserved this private room so we could talk. I've got a linguine with mushroom cream sauce for Mr. Barrett and a grilled steak for Alex. I have the steak. Thanks. Grilled steak tastes like. So what I wanted to say was... Gulp. When we first met, I was instantly drawn to you. It was confusing. I'd never felt that way about anyone. I kept telling myself, you can't have those feelings for another guy. But my heart was telling me something else. I feel the same way. I can't believe it took this long to say that to each other. Honestly, if you don't, like, skip stuff, it does take a long time to get to that point. This steak is outstanding. Can you smell that fragrant sauce? Right, why are we listening to this in the background? The reason why it takes so long, it's 2 of those events you have to do in summer or on the island. That means you have either had to finish the community centre or done it by summer. Or do it in the second summer. And this is where it gets more crazy. Its 14 heart event is even worse, and I won't go into much more until we get to that point. Let's also just say I really like the added extra room that they add and how it fits their personality. I think that's really cool. I think when I go outside now, I've not changed the year. Maybe not. He is currently stood there. What? You found a star drop. Your mind is filled with thoughts of Alex. Your maximum energy levels has increased. Honey, I wanted to give you the fruit as a symbol of my love. What? So getting married gives you a star drop. But we have to skip forward in time, as I said, to 2+ years. Hey Barrett, before you head out... I knew where this was coming, because... cutscenes. I hate to ask you this, but can I have 5,000 G? Really? You ask me this question? It's for a secret project I'm working on. I know we have a joint bank account, but I thought I should ask anyway. When did I give her a joint bank account? I'm a bug, aren't I? Yes. Great. Swing by the saloon on Sunday and I'll show you the end result. Ooh, I wonder what that is. So it's now 3 o'clock. I said I should have swung by later to see what he's been up to. Ooh, looks like we got the cutscene. Hello there, buddy. This is the cutscene. Big play, there we go. Attaboy. Hey Barrett, you made it. So what do you think? Do I get payment for this? I've been thinking, you know, how I used to dream of being an athlete someday. Well, my life ended up turning out a bit different. I'm happy though, don't get me wrong. I thought it would be cool to have a place where us guys could come out and watch the game on Sunday. Just like the idea so much, he offered me part of his back room. This way I get to keep part of the dream alive in a small way. You did good, son. I could watch this at home, but coming here makes me feel young again. Thanks, Grandpa. I'm happy for an excuse to get out of the house and take my mind off things. Same. I'm having a lot of fun and it's good for business. Though maybe not so good for Shane's liver. True. It seems the guys have a new Sunday tradition. 5G well spent. You know what? I'm very unsure on this story. It feels like he's got so much hopes and dreams before he meets you, even if he's not going to meet this potential. He wants to be a professional at what he's doing. He wants to achieve something. And he has such high ambitions, and he meets you, he starts falling in love with you, and those things then don't seem to matter to him. I don't like this. He's obviously someone who is still in mourning for his mother. He is a young man who could still achieve most of his dreams if he wanted to follow them. The scene where you could see his mother holding him with a music box was really cute. The back room with the grandpa was amazing. It was a really nice way of doing it. Overall, I'm very unsold on Alex's story, and I think they could have done so much better. It feels like it's one of the first stories they must have written, because it just feels like he's losing out his dream by getting with you. Whereas Abigail, who we did first, she realized some of her dream by being away from her parents who was trying to hold her down because she was a woman. It feels that this holds them back. Very flat. Didn't enjoy it that much. I love Alex as a character and I wish his story was better. Anyway, next week we'll do somebody else's story. But yeah, and it's also a long story to do if you're doing it in play mode because it's going to take you to the 2+ years to do anyway. So it's well paced out if you're after something that goes on for 2+ years, or you're just going to skip a bunch of story when you've married him, which is a bit disappointing in my opinion. However, overall, it wasn't great. But if you enjoyed it, put your comments down below. What did you think about it? Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you all next time.